Welcome to the Zoom chat, folks. Now this is a Zoom chat. I'm not gonna just talk by myself. That's the deal, okay? So you gotta say something that you want to talk about. Because I'm not just gonna sit here like some kind of idiot saying what's on my mind. Okay? So we're gonna have to talk about something. Now, if you want to talk about something, I suppose you could put something in the chat if you're shy, or if you want to talk to me on Zoom, you could do the old hand raise, which is under, what is that, under reactions. Under reactions, you just raise your good old hand, and then we'll go from there. Or you could just do that. Maybe I'll see that too. But I'm looking through here. We got some.
And also you can DM Lieutenant
Carson,
Carson.
can I admit them?
Yeah, you should be able to. Do you know how to do that? You just do ask to unmute.
Oh, okay. And then they'll just pop on up.
And then mute them whenever you want them to go away.
Okay. So who wants to talk? Who wants to say something? Kleiss the Iceman? Okay, you got to unmute, Kleiss.
Well, I think I did that, Doug. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good so far this morning. I was looking at some spiders in my shed, and there's some interesting spiders there.
Really?
How are you doing today? Where are you calling from?
Currently I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, cool. Did you see the Two Tims tour?
I have not. No, I'm really busy out here. I got a couple jobs I do, and I'm also a musician. And actually, I got my background here, Florida, kind of beachy, because I'm actually all packed up, or else I'd have something ready for you to strum on my old bass guitar. But I've got to go to Orlando, Florida tomorrow morning for 2 weeks, and I'm going to come back to Texas. It's for business.
Oh, are you going to be doing some music for Disney, I hope?
Oh, man, that would be kind of cool if I got some kind of deal like that. But heck, I'm just a little old boy from Illinois, cornfield grown, just trying to make it, man, you know.
Where in Illinois did you grow up?
I'm from a place called Homer, Illinois. You ever heard of that place? It's a little bit 30 minutes from like Champaign-Urbana.
Oh, sure. I mean, I've been to Champaign-Urbana many times.
Awesome. I actually, it's a funny thing. I've been cut off from the world for a while because I got sober from alcohol. And so I started doing the music thing. It was around the COVID time. You know, I kind of buckled down when everyone kind of buckled in and sat in tight. You know, it was kind of a different time for everyone. And I just kind of got my mind straight, right? You know, and I'm 32 years old now. Of course, I've been sober for almost 3.5 years, but yeah, I just wanted to get on here and be like, hey, what kind of spiders were you looking at anyway? Sorry, my mind's crazy.
That's okay. Well, congrats on the going sober, because I've been flirting with it for years, and I haven't had a drink in 3 weeks, and I think I'm going to keep it going for the rest of my life.
Yeah, one thing I can tell you, it's the best thing I ever did for myself, brother. I mean, it was really hard time for me, and I mean, everything happens for a reason. I'm glad it did.
All right.
Oh, hey, I wanted to, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Urbana, Illinois, I was watching the old school. I've been cut off from, everything, social media and everything. I'm up on it now, but I was going through all your stuff, Office Hours Live, love it. And I noticed, I think it was the Pavement episode. You said you came to the Blind Pig in Urbana and seen them, maybe? You were talking about?
Yeah,
I know
I saw them. I'm from the Chicago suburbs, and my friends went to college down there.
My mom is as well. She's from the Naperville area. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, yeah, I saw them. I think it was at the Blind Pig.
Okay. Oh, I think you're thinking Cowboy Monkey. It's right across the street. That's where they usually have the bands, but I could be wrong. It's just like right across the street there. But yeah,
Yeah, this was in the 90s, so I don't
cool. Yeah, I would have been. I'm born in '91, brother. So yeah, you got like 20 years on me, right?
know. All right. Almost, I think.
For sure. But the minds are good. But yeah, man, it's good to talk to you, man. I'm a big fan of all your guys' work. It's just a pleasure. What kind of guitar you got back there
Oh,
on the wall?
I'll show you here. Did you see it?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Oh, I
this
can
one,
see
but I got
your one up there on the other side. Well, it would be to the other way, but yeah, what you got there?
I bought this on Craigslist. It's a J Mascis Jazzmaster.
Oh, very nice. Beauty, beauty. Do you listen? I know this is off
I don't
topic,
know.
but
I don't
you
know.
had signed by.
I guess that makes it the J Mascis model. I think he digital
Awesome.
print of his signature.
I see now. I see what you're talking about. That's fantastic. Cool. Yeah, man. Well, that's crazy.
Anyway,
It's just it's my mom's up there from Naperville area, and so I spent a lot of time up in that area, and I never knew you were from around there until I started watching all the office hour stuff, and I was just like, man, I was watching the one about Urbana last night. It's like I grew up there, heck, me and my buddies, we partied there. Heck, it's been 10 years ago, because I'm 32 now and I'm on the road doing other things. But it's just crazy. It's a small world.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
I think Bob Odenkirk is from Naperville too. So, there's a lot of there's some people from there that are interesting folks, I guess.
yeah, yeah. There ain't much to do out there in where I'm from, brother. It's just cornfields. You know how it is.
Yeah. Well, I
But
guess you can go husking.
yeah, yeah. I had that as a summer job growing up in Illinois. The old Frito-Lay plant in Sydney, Illinois. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
No.
One of the biggest, big old corn production for yeah. But
I
yeah,
heard recently that Fritos have only two ingredients, which
oh,
makes them kind of a better snack in a way. It's just corn and salt.
sure,
Now, is that
sure.
correct? Can you believe that?
Heck, I mean, I don't know. I don't eat much Fritos. I try to. I've changed my diet and everything. I'm just trying to better myself. I do like
Yeah.
this Liquid Death though. This is pretty good stuff. I've already had my coffee. I'm thinking about getting into one of them.
All right. I had the liquid, not to keep talking,
Oh,
BS in
talk
here,
away.
but I had some Liquid Death. They have tea now. That was pretty good. I
Really?
recommend it. I
Do
recommend it.
tell. Maybe. What flavor?
It's just tea. It's like,
Yeah.
sweet tea flavor or something.
Oh, it's sweet tea. Oh, okay. I see. I thought you meant like hot tea. I was like, really? I've never heard of that. I didn't know. They were
No,
doing
it's like
that.
iced tea.
I got you. I see now. I'm down here in Texas, and I got this convicted melon. I don't know if it's pretty good tasting.
Oh, you know what? As, you know how I do, like, sometimes I'll do a little slideshow of something on the show. I have an
Yeah.
idea to
Oh,
do
I love it.
I'm
City
going
of
to do
Names.
one soon about the new waters that are coming out, such as Liquid Death, and now there's one called like I forgot, but they're starting to have all these ridiculous waters like with
Sure.
silly names like that. But I'm going to
Sure.
showcase the new ones coming out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can't wait. It'd be good. Anything you make's fantastic.
okay,
I've always
Iceman.
got a good chuckle.
I hope
Hey.
you stay cold.
Oh, I mean, that's why I like to stay in places of heat usually. It's kind of like an inside joke with all my buddies and everyone I know. But yeah, hey, I'd like to just say if anyone could I plug my music real quick?
Oh, for sure.
Thank you so much. You can check me out. I got a website, KleistTheIceman.com. I play all my links can be found there under the social links. I do anything. I'm looking for just trying to get going, guys. So any support from you would be helpful. Reach out to me. I got my official Instagram, my official TikTok, and all that garbage. But yeah, keep up the good work, Doug, and producers, everyone that's associated with your team. Fantastic. I'm sure everyone else can agree with me on that. But yeah, Clicey Ice Fan, I'm on Apple Music, everything. So
All right.
take
Clyce, great
care.
talking to you. Have a good one. Now we're gonna
Thank you.
go to.
Stay healthy.
Oh,
All right, peace
muted,
out.
I'm sorry.
We are gonna go to just the top of the list here. We're gonna go to good old Chase. Let's see what Chase has got to talk. Oh wait,
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I just wanted to do you have any like kind of quote unquote serious music that you would like to do? Like Tim has his records. Do you have any music that you're trying to record and release that's not single?
Yeah, I mean, I have some. I actually, if you look me up on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, there is one that I put out recently. I didn't really post about it
Okay.
because I just wanted, I don't know. Sometimes I don't really draw attention to certain things.
Yeah.
But it is
Okay.
called Microscope Spider, and it's sort of like ambient. I was calling it the ambient album that I've been working on for a while.
Nice.
And it's like I think it's, yeah, check that out. It's not
All right.
really funny or like party music. It's more
Yeah.
kind of soundscapey stuff that I've used for videos that I kind of I thought I made something cool. Then I kind of kept working on it, and I wanted to make a full album, but I only made like just about 5 songs on there. Now you could
Nice.
you could
I mean,
you could categorize that as serious.
yeah.
But I think maybe the word isn't really serious. It's just not
What about like all those
silly.
the jingles with like the guitar stuff, the like kind of rock jingles you've been doing are awesome. They kind of have like an Ariel Pink vibe.
Yeah, well, those are really fun. I mean, yeah, I have all these like half done projects in my mind that I want to do. Like I would love to build some of those out because some of those turned out cool.
Yeah.
But then if I go and
Totally.
open up the project, I'll be like, I don't know what I played, like how do I only made a 10-second thing. So like, I don't know how to keep it going, but
You just loop it 2 times and it's done.
that's a good solution.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
a
That's
good
all I
solution.
wanted to know. If you got any music stored up to look forward to.
Yeah. I'll get back into it. I'm in Pound House mode right now, so I'm
Oh yeah.
I'm editing that along with some other people, and we have a premiere on September 4th, and it will be available for streaming. So anyone who's not in LA can get a ticket for the streaming side of things if you want to do that.
Nice.
That's Labor Day night. What are you going to be doing on Labor Day night? Right?
Not much. Getting stoned and watching some Pound House.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go, Chase. It sounds like I'll see
All
you
right.
there.
All righty, dude. Thank you.
All right, man. How about Eli? We got Eli on the line. I think I asked him to unmute. Is he there?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's up, Eli?
Not much, dude. I am going to the Pound House premiere and I'm super psyched. That's my labor.
Excellent.
Yes, dude.
See, I got to decorate my room like you have. You got cool stuff in the background. I put a
nonstop
guitar
dude,
there.
no.
I need to add a little more.
It's part of being a comic book fan, I guess. You just continue to collect and collect.
Yeah. I guess I got to start getting into comic books now.
I guess so, dude. I saw you at the Permanent Damage show. I remember I was trying to show you some books that I've been publishing and stuff.
Oh, did I talk to you there?
Yeah, remember we were watching Jimmy Brown? And he was like, I've got 4 chicken cutlets in
Oh,
Densday
yeah.
Square.
That was pretty cool. That was a really fun like event.
Yeah, as far as like comic book events go, it's like the coolest one I could possibly ever go. I keep trying to get a table there.
Ah,
It's pretty sick. I had a brief music-based pun I keep trying to get on office hours, but I think it's really good. If you'd be interested.
yeah, let's go.
So like I do a lot of PA work, and I was working, I was really young, and I was working for Whitney Houston, and I was like, Whitney, what type of salad are you looking for? What type of lettuce you need? And she's like, endive.
Oh, endive.
Endive.
Okay,
I see a lot of shaking heads.
not
So-
bad.
Okay, all right.
I'm into it.
Sickness.
I'm not going to shake my head at you today.
I'm excited for the Pound House premiere. I saw you got like comedians and stuff. What else do we have to look for? Or is there any type of like sizzler we can talk about for the season?
Is there any what?
Like I said sizzler. I don't mean the steakhouse. I guess like sizzle real sentence. I don't know what it's called. Like do you have like what it's about or what we have to look forward to?
Yeah, I can give you guys a little insight. Basically, the last time we made Pound House it was years ago,
Yeah.
and it kind of wrapped up where me and Brent were friends and his work was sort of done with me. Now this is years in the future, and I meet a new friend, and he's a bad influence on me. So Brent has to step back into my life and Brent has a new career. I won't say what it is, but he's very popular now. He steps back into my life, and he tries to get me away from this new friend who's a bad influence.
Interesting. Brent makes the best guacamole, bottom half shower inducing guacamole.
You'll have to tune in to find out.
Oh, snap. Dude, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. I was an extra on that last day, so I feel like I've got a little insight, but I won't say anything.
Oh, were you at the nighttime shoot that was indoors?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you know a lot. That was the last episode.
Yeah. Pretty fun day, I must say. People have a lot to look forward to.
Cool. Well, thanks for helping out with that.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for the pizza.
My pleasure.
What else can you do?
Okay.
Well, thanks, dude. I'm glad I got to chat.
All right, Eli. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
All right.
Hey, that's my stick.
Let's go to Alex. I guess we'll go to Alex, huh?
Cool. Yeah. How's it going?
Good.
Huge fan of your work, man. I feel like the analogy I'd use is like in the world of alt comedy, Tim and Eric are like Harvey Dent, and you're like the Batman. Like the common thread that you have through all these different shows, especially like it's really awesome. And I feel like your best work is still yet to come. And I was wondering if like there's still a possibility of an Adult Swim show, especially with like Pound House or a Pound House spinoff, and how like we could all support that maybe or help make that happen. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And yeah, I mean, that's been one of my dreams, is to like pitch my own show and have it, have my own show that I've created, which we've worked on it I pitched many shows. One of them was with Brent. We kind of did a different version of Pound House. But it was basically the same thing. And I think, and actually Jack Black was he was the executive producer, and he helped us make a little pilot. and the show is called Streetland, and Tim is in it. Maybe I'll share that with the. I think I have it online somewhere. Maybe I'll share that with you guys. Anyway, we made like a sizzle. We kind of like shot a little scene for it. Turned out pretty good. But we went and we pitched it. And there is, I'm not going to say what the concerns were, but for whatever reason, nobody bought, nobody went for it. But, I'm going to keep trying, and maybe this new season of Pound House will sort of be like another, whatever, like almost like a demo reel to get more attention on. I don't know. Like I think about like what's that show called? Like Ben, what's his name makes it? He's like a weed delivery guy. High Maintenance. I think that was just sort of like a web show, and then the HBO bought it. So maybe something like that will happen. I don't know.
Awesome.
But I
cool.
mean, I would love that. And if you want to help, maybe we'll start a petition and you guys can all sign it or something.
Sounds good. Yeah, contact our local Congress people. That'd be good.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna keep trying, but I kind of got jaded on the whole thing. It was like you put so much work in, you create a deck, you write all of this stuff, you make a sizzle reel, and then you like pitch it to a few people, and then they're like no, and it takes forever to hear back. So it's sort of like, that's why we did Pound House with a crowdfunding, because I'm sick of waiting around for someone to tell me that I could make something. So we just decided I'd rather just make something for like no money or very little than sit around and try to get it on a network or whatever, and then never make anything that'll see the light of day and waste a year trying to sell something that they're going to just say no to anyway. So I think, it's better to just make something and put it out there but we still will probably try to pitch some stuff.
Cool. Yeah.
Looking
forward to that, and all the best of that. Wish I was an executive at Adult Swim and I could help more. But I had another question, not as serious, I guess. Do you use drops in real life or ever get tempted to do so? It seems like it would be a very useful form of communication sometimes. And sometimes I just hear your drops in my head when I'm talking to people and wish I could externalize them in a way that made sense. But
you know what? I don't. Weirdly enough, I don't. Actually, one time I did recently do that. Somebody was telling this long, boring story, and while they were saying their story, I went on YouTube and typed in crickets sound. I did do crickets to one of my friends recently.
Awesome.
It got a big laugh.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe get a drone with a speaker attached to it and just have it like follow you around and do something like that. But I
guess that would be a cool app idea.
Maybe
would be to like office hours app where there's like a soundboard on your phone of like the top 10 or 20 drops that you could use at any time.
Yeah. I have one more question. I don't want to take up too much time though. If you want to go on to someone else, that's fine.
No, it's fine. There's only 3 people with their hands up. So
cool. Have you seen the movie True Stories? Are you a fan of like Talking Heads at all? I kind of just discovered them this year, and I heard that or I watched True Stories, and I heard a podcast like the following week where apparently it influenced Tim and Eric's comedy a lot. So I was interested in like if you were a fan of them, but also if you had like one specific movie or like piece of media that influenced your comedy a lot early on, similar to that. Just kind of interested in your thoughts.
I feel like I remember back in the day, Tim and Eric mentioning True Stories. I might have watched it, but I don't really. It's been a while, so I don't really know much about it. Maybe I'll check it out. I'll give it another view. I'm always looking for something to watch, movies to watch. I'll write that down.
I think it's aged well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check that out. That one, the Talking Heads, I never was a huge fan. I thought Burning Down the House was a cool song, and they got some cool stuff. They also have they're a little bit grating sometimes. Maybe it's the way he sings is just not not for me, but definitely like the Tom Tom Club, and I like some Talking Heads. I was never really like, huge fan, but I think I like what they do, and I think they're cool. Did he do something else called Stop Making Sense, or was that like a live?
Yeah, that was like a concert movie that's awesome as well. I definitely suggest I think they're re-releasing that in theaters this year actually. And I'm jealous that I'm not in the United States and I can't go and see that. But if somebody wants to bootleg it and upload it, that would be great. But yeah, definitely recommend seeing that as well.
I forgot to answer your question.
About you.
Well, when I was growing up, I would watch Monty Python. That was like, every Sunday night, I would like watch that by myself on a little TV that I had. It was about a 13-inch TV. So Monty Python, that's the very beginning. And then I also liked Ren and Stimpy. That kind of blew my mind when I first saw that. Because I think it was mainly like the sound effects, and it was just like the sound of it. I also liked how it looked, but I really liked the sound. So the sound of Ren and Stimpy is influenced like the way I did sound effects with like Tim and Eric and stuff. And also there's some skate videos that have really cool editing that I remember, like super chopped up stuff that I remember thinking that was really cool, that I thought that looked really new and different. I think there's a video called Ban This by Stacy Peralta. And I would like to give that another. I just remember those skate videos. They were like art. They were kind of like video art, the way that they were, just the way that they were edited and stuff. So definitely some skate videos. And then it was Mr. Show. I loved that. That was like the funniest thing I've seen when that came out. That was like the best. I'm trying to think of what else. As far as like non-comedy stuff, it was 2001: A Space Odyssey. I think I saw that in junior high. Like my science teacher made us watch it.
It's a cool science teacher. Wow.
Yeah, he was like cool. He had like long hair, and he was like this cool science teacher. I think I was in 7th grade.
Nice.
And I remember liking that. I remember also like I went and saw Mulholland Drive in the theater by myself. And I walked out of that theater like in a daze. Like that was, I don't know I don't know what the emotions I was feeling were, but there something about that movie like had a big impact on me.
Oh man, spooky.
And,
yeah.
Also the movie UHF. The Weird Al Yankovic. His one and only feature. I loved it. That was like the funniest thing. When I saw that, I think I was in like 6th or 7th grade too. That was the best.
Awesome.
Does it hold up? I'm not sure.
Oh man. Okay, I'll have to watch this. Thank you for that.
Yeah, add that to your Netflix queue.
Definitely. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate everything you're doing. Yeah, looking forward to Pound House. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Well, I guess we could go to Alexander. We'll go Alex to Alexander. And he is going to unmute, and we'll be talking to him shortly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, Doug.
What's up, Alex? Where are you at?
I'm in Sweden. I'm in
Oh.
Stockholm, Sweden. So I guess my question is, when are you coming here to Sweden to perform?
You know, I should just set that up because oddly, there's a lot of people from Sweden that are fans of mine that I interact with, and it's just I don't know why, but that's cool. Set it up. Are you a club promoter?
No, no, unfortunately not. But I was here. I went to the Tim 2 show when he was here.
And was it a good turnout?
Yeah, it was a great turnout. It was super fun. It's very nice to meet him in person. Very nice.
I should go. I would love to go to Sweden. I've never been there.
Have you ever been? No?
No, I have relatives from Sweden too.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nowadays I work for the Swedish government, but before my job that I have now, I used to work for a Swedish game show called My Big Swedish Adventure, I think it's called in America. And it's when Americans come to Sweden in search of their ancestors and stuff.
Oh,
And
really?
it's like a reality show. And I used to be a sound guy on that show. It's pretty.
Well,
It
get me
it
on there.
seemed pretty.
I'll use that as an excuse to go, and then I'll do a show after I be on the or something.
I don't
like that.
know. I don't know. Maybe you should check it out or something. Then you can go free to Sweden and travel around.
Yeah. When should I go? In the summertime?
Definitely in the summer. Definitely. Here in the winter, it's pretty dark, and I guess people here also are a little bit more not too uppity.
Okay.
But actually, I had also another question. Maybe it's a boring question for everybody in the chat because everybody maybe knows it. But when did you and Tim start working together, and how do you know each other?
Well, yeah, I've told this story many times on various podcasts and stuff, but I'll tell it again. I moved to LA and I wanted to work on a comedy TV show. And I was here for about a year, and I had kind of a job that was, not very exciting at all. And then I went on Craigslist and I typed in comedy TV show, and it said comedy. I found an ad that said comedy TV show wants an intern. That's all it said.
Mm.
And I answered that, I sent my resume into that email, and then their assistant called me back, and she was from Illinois. That's why my resume stood out. That was the only reason. And then I had a DVD that I sent them. I think I have it here somewhere. And they liked it. So basically it was just totally random, like a Craigslist ad is how I met Tim and Eric.
Okay. And the rest is history.
Yeah, the internship was cool. I didn't have to I wasn't like getting coffee or my job was to document behind the scenes of them making Tom Goes to the Mayor, which
okay.
And then I used that. I made a video that premiered at the Tom Goes to the Mayor premiere, and that got a huge response. So then they actually aired that on Adult Swim, and I think it's on YouTube somewhere. It's called A Look Behind. Tom Goes to the Mayor, A Look Behind.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I'm gonna check that out.
And yeah, that was fun. Those were the days.
When was this? Which year?
I think it was 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
I recently looked at Portlandia, and you were in it.
Yeah, they gave me a little role. That was fun.
But did you work on anything else on that show? Were you an editor?
Oh
or
yeah,
like
with Portlandia, Fred was on. I met Fred in like 1995 in Chicago. He doesn't even remember
okay.
this, but he made fun of me immediately when I met him. And then years later, he was on Tim and Eric. I think it was Hobby Holes or something like that. One of the sketches. And we were sitting around in the office at the lunch table, and Fred said he's looking for an editor because he's making these little videos with his friend Carrie Brownstein, and it's called Thunder Ant.
Mhm.
So I was editing Thunder Ant, which was turned into Portlandia. So if you look up on
Wow.
YouTube, you can find something called Thunder Ant, which
Okay.
yeah, Fred would, give me a hard drive, and then I would just cut together their video for him. And then one day they were like, we think we can pitch this as a TV show. Can you make us a sort of like a sizzle reel of the Thunder Ant best of, like make a little demo reel of Thunder Ant? And I was like, my first thought was like, this isn't going to be a TV show. These are funny, but how is this a TV show? And then next thing you know, they're making Portlandia. But then I was the editor on Portlandia for the first 3 seasons.
No, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
It's a great,
wrote one
it's a great
sketch.
series.
I wrote one sketch called Adult Babysitter.
Yeah, okay. Is
I
it
don't know if you remember
with a
that one.
woman? Yeah, I think I remember it. Is it with the old lady that's babysitting her husband? Like, and she gets drunk in the end.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
Fred is home alone and his girlfriend says like, you don't drink too much beer and this and that. And then she calls him a babysitter.
Mm.
Keep an eye on him.
I like the ending that she passes out.
Yeah, she was really funny, that the woman they cast for that.
Yeah. I don't have any more questions. It's nice to talk to you, and obviously I really like everything you do with the team and office hours and stuff. And
Thank you.
I can tip. Do you know the Swedish skater Pontus Al?
What's his name?
Pontus Al. It's like elf in Swedish, but Al.
Oh, I guess not.
You were talking about skate videos. I'm a skater too. I used to skate, but he has done a really cool video called a skate video that is pretty arty, called "Strongest of the Strange." You
Strongest.
should,
I'm gonna write that down too.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope to be there. I hope to see you next summer. That's my new
great.
goal. I gotta go
Yeah.
to Sweden next summer.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If
see you
you're applying for the show, I can definitely hook you up that they're gonna pick you.
The show is still going?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. It has been like a couple of years that I haven't worked on it, but yeah.
Okay, hook that up and we'll get it going.
Yeah. Okay. See you, man.
All right,
Take
see you.
care.
Great questions, great call from Sweden. Alexander, all the way from Sweden. We're gonna go to right down the line. We're gonna go to Chris with a K. He's driving. Chris, you're gonna have to unmute. Just be safe. Just be careful.
Trying my best here. Why won't it? I am unmuted. Can you
Yeah,
hear
you're
me?
good. We can hear you.
Oh, fucking nice. Cool. Yeah, just driving around, man. Driving to Illinois. A lot of Illinois talk here
Where are you driving from?
on this this little Zoom chat. But from Indiana, so not far. I was seeing our good friend Tim down in Indianapolis on Sunday, which was pretty fun, and got to rope that into a business trip as well. So all good. only one complaint with the Indiana venue. We were packed in like sardines with these little chairs. They're like, not the little event space chairs, but they're sitting right next to one another, real close. But the room was huge, tons of space, but we were jammed in. But anyway, show was good.
Well, sorry to hear about the seating arrangement. I hope you had a good time anyway. Yeah, it sounds like you did.
Yes, sir. It was very good. I do want to say I think my favorite drop of yours, it's got to come from one of your own fake ads. The double boiled chicken mash. Daddy done did it again. It's pretty good.
Did you ever see the hat that somebody made for me?
No,
Hold on
a
one
double
second.
boiled chicken mash hat. Is it? Yeah, let's see it.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Holding.
Hold on. Almost there. Here it is. Daddy done did it again.
Oh, that you should sell those,
Well, I forgot who
or
made
someone
it.
should.
Somebody made it and just sent it to me. But I
great.
never wear it. I'm gonna walk around with a hat that says "Daddy" on it real big.
Yeah, the daddy is too big. Yeah, it's gonna look
Daddy's too big. I love it though.
kind of weird. Yeah, it's great.
If
That's an
anyone
awesome
out there
hat.
wants it, I'll just mail it to a lucky OH head.
Ooh. Wow. Should do a
How about
drawing. It's gonna be men's.
Well, what else? You got anything else, Chris? Or
I got UHF comments because
okay,
I also big UHF head. Saw it about the same time. You said it was like 6th grade or something when you were young. I
yeah,
was absolutely obsessed with it. And I don't know if it holds up or not. I still very much enjoy it, but I find that unless people I meet who have seen it, unless they saw it about that same time, they ask to turn it off. They hate it. And it makes me sad. I don't know.
that's sad. Yeah, I mean, well, there's a few things that stand out in it that are like so good. Conan the Librarian, where he chops the guy in half because his book was late. Just like the practical effect of that was the best. And then the parodies in it are just so good. And like when Rambo comes out and like there's like 100 guys shooting at him and they all miss, but then he shoots at them and then he gets them all. Just like stuff like that. That was like perfect satire when you were in 7th grade.
So yeah, and jumping out of the supply closet and yelling supplies is pretty good.
Or yeah, we don't need your stinking badgers.
Badgers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sticking the turtle to the ceiling, teaching poodles how to fly. A lot of
It
very
just
easy
all the way
quotable.
through. There's like that music videos. Isn't there like a music video scene or?
Yeah, the Beverly Hillbillies music video that's just cut right into the movie is pretty funny.
Also, what I loved about it, it was like, it was my dream to have my own TV show. So like, this is a movie about a guy living, like an underdog guy living my dream. And like, his own TV station. He had his own station, which was pretty cool. And then the ending, spoiler alert. But I just love how, the ending, how everyone gets their comeuppance. I'll just say that, like in a epic way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
It delivered.
The bit with the beggar. He gets his comeuppance, but when he's asking for change and makes change for $1,
Yeah,
is so fucking funny. So
Yeah.
ridiculously stupid. And
Yeah,
the
also Jamie
the-
says Spatula City. Of course, Spatula City. I mean,
what better way to say I love you than with the gift of a spatula?
yeah, I mean that still is resonating with me with the fake ads. You know, you got Spatula City.
And
Anyway.
blind dude trying to solve Rubik's Cube. Guessing was pretty good. Going, is that it? Nope. Is that it? Nope. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I love it.
Also,
Anyway,
there's one little moment where it's like 2 seconds long where there's like a TV show happening, and it's like these two weird guys going. Remember that part?
oh, the Kipper Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good hole to go down. If you look up Kipper Kids videos, there's a bunch of them on. You can find them on YouTube and whatever. Them with one of them is married to another famous woman, Bette Midler. Yeah, and she's in a handful of them now, and they're just absurd. That little couple second tidbit of them going is like just the scratching the surface. They're I don't know. It feels like your brain's melting out of your head watching them do a whole routine, but it's very funny if you like absurdist stuff. Love it. But,
all right. Well, I would love to
yeah.
wax poetic about UHF for the next hour, but I just I don't know how entertaining it is for everyone else. I mean, there's also, you know, don't forget about Emo Phillips. Somebody points out, which of course,
no, oh my
he
God,
has
Emo
an
Phillips.
incredible scene. All right, everyone. Kleiss was saying we should just do a viewing. Maybe we'll have like,
yes,
we'll all do a viewing, a watch along or something. That would be that would be fun. I bet Tim and Vic love it too.
that would be a good one. Hell yeah. Well, I'm into a UHF watching. It sounds like a good excuse.
All right, Chris. Well, drive safe and enjoy the Illinois summer. It's nice out there. It smells good. And
yes, sir. Good to talk to you.
all right, we'll see you soon. Now we're gonna go
On the other side.
We're gonna go to right down the line. We got Owen.
Hello.
What's up, Owen?
Not much. Chilling in Pittsburgh. Big fan. I have a quick Shrek question.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you had a remix in Shrek Retold. I was curious if that was made for that scene, for that animation, or if you had that sitting in your back pocket and it just fit.
No, that was absolutely made for that.
Awesome.
I think I was in the first Shrek remake too, somehow, wasn't I?
Oh well, that was the first one I was asking about. The second one's not out yet, so that was my other question. Do you have a bit or some music in the Shrek 2 one?
Great question. I feel like I did, but I don't remember what I did. Because you're talking about I did the song that was like the Joan Jett song.
Yeah, in the first one.
Yeah, that they reached out to me and I made that with my friend Adam. And I think I put it on SoundCloud, and that is the most liked SoundCloud song that I've ever put out. Not that I use SoundCloud a lot, I barely use it, but I would just remember like getting met, like somebody liked your song on SoundCloud, and I'm like, really? I thought it was like okay, but it turned out fine. Yeah, they asked me to do that for that. And I think if you're in Milwaukee, I think you can go to the new Shrek Fest.
Yeah, I probably won't make it over
coming
there.
Up soon, I think.
It's Labor Day weekend. So
okay, so that's coming up.
I probably won't see it till the online release, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I had. Yeah, big fan of Office Hours, all your editing, and Pound House. So yeah, thanks.
All right, man. Peace out. Now we're gonna go to Miles.
Hi, Doug. How you doing?
What's up, Miles? I'm doing good.
So today's my birthday. I just got given some new books that I'm really excited to read. I was wondering.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was wondering if you had any favorite books, what you could recommend.
Well, what books did you get?
I got a couple books that I'm taking a sci-fi class at university next year, so I got a couple books for that. And then I got a book by Stuart Lee. Are you aware of him? He's a British stand-up.
No.
He's really great. You should check him out. It's like some transcriptions of some of his shows and like his notes on how he came up with it and that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to reading those. And then The Master and the Margarita. Do you know that book by Mikhail Bulgakov?
No, sir.
Yeah, so that's what I got. I'm pretty excited about them all. But do you have any favorites?
Well, right now I'm reading. Natasha Leggero gave me her book when she was on the show.
Right.
And it's really good. It's really funny. I have some favorite books up on my shelf over here. I can go grab them.
I would love to see them.
My favorite books are nonfiction.
Oh yeah.
Books about crazy disasters and survival.
Right.
Those are the most. They're just the most fun for me to read, and they're most like they kind of spark my imagination and kind of in a way. But yeah, as far as sci-fi, I recently reread Brave New World.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever read that?
I couldn't really get into that one. I got about halfway through it and I was finding it to be just a lot of sort of description and not much that actually got me like invested in the story, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's a great author and I'm not putting the book down. It didn't really speak to me in terms of story.
You're out of your mind, dude. It's great.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times.
Let me see.
Maybe I'll check it out again. Give it another shot.
No, it's okay.
It's one of my dad's favorites too. So
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so these are just a couple that I like. This one is the ultimate. This is the best. Endurance.
Oh yeah.
The Incredible Voyage of Ernest Shackleton. Just if you like nonfiction books. And then I had to get another book about going to the Antarctica, Madhouse at the End of the Earth. Highly recommend.
Awesome.
These are just some random ones. The Raymond Chandler. You ever read his?
No, I don't think so.
If you're looking for a novel, he's always good.
Okay, cool.
Here's another nonfiction book about guys on boats. It's about Magellan.
Oh yeah.
And he was a bad guy. You just can't believe that this stuff went down like in the 1600s, you know?
Sure.
Here's another good one that I really liked, Unbroken by Laura Hillebrand.
Nice.
It's about Louis. Wait, what's his name? Anyway. Why isn't his name on here?
It would seem like something.
It's a World War II. This is just like, these are like dad books, you know? I don't know. But
yeah, cool.
Those are, if anyone has any recommendations, send them. Somebody said there's a book called The Bible you should check out.
I read the book of Job recently and it was really funny. I wasn't expecting that.
Really?
Yeah. It makes God seem like the biggest, asshole idiot in the world. It's awesome. It's hilarious. My other question is, I was wondering if you're a fan of SCTV.
No, but I don't mean that in a way that I'm not. I dislike it.
Yeah, you just
for some reason I never caught it. Okay. I just, it was never on my my channel. But recently I saw some clips from it that makes me think I gotta check this out.
Yeah. Any specifics?
There was a scene where like they were in a band, like a kind of an indie band. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? What scene that is?
Just off that, but They're pretty
Well,
great.
I have a drop from it when they're
Oh,
doing
yeah?
Yeah, when they're doing Michael McDonald and he says, okay.
Oh, yeah. They did some great
That's from
impressions.
SCTV, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I haven't seen every episode because
I'm
it's
gonna add that to my
find.
I'm gonna add that to my queue.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. All right. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate that.
All right. Happy birthday,
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Miles. Happy birthday, Miles. And we are gonna go to another Alex. Alex S.
Hi, Doug. Another
What's up?
Alex. Too many
Welcome
today.
to the stream.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The other 2/3 of the Holy Trinity are on tour. How does it feel being at home? Are you okay?
It feels great. Like I kind of wanted a staycation to catch up on stuff, and I do miss I miss doing the show. It was very nerve-wracking doing that episode with Dave England. But I think ultimately it was a good episode, and I don't know that you didn't ask that, but it feels
No, but yeah,
good.
you did great. It was cool.
No,
yeah.
it's cool because then when they come back, when you quit something for a while and then you come back to it, you're like more excited. You need
Yeah,
a
feels
you need a
fresh.
little break. You need like these kind of breaks to keep yourself excited about something in a way,
Yeah, and Dave England was awesome. The filming, he did a great job.
Yeah, I was just saying it was nerve-wracking to be, in charge with no Tim there, who's kind of usually steering the ship. But Dave is great. I had a fun time doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Coincidentally, my wife was at the same camp that Tiny Hawk was at that
Really?
skate camp. It's kind of
Can you
cool.
get me in? Can she get me? How do I go to that? I would pay money to go to a camp where you can skate.
I know parents spend a lot of money to send their kids there, but yeah, maybe I could send you an email, get you connected.
Let me know if there's like an adult week, or if there's like a week where I could go and just like volunteer in the off season to go,
Yeah, it
help-
sounds like
help.
it might have to be next year because this summer's almost over.
Come on, man, this is California.
I know it might be all booked up. Who knows? Got to talk to the YMCA people.
All right, next year I'm gonna go to YMCA skate camp, and then I'm gonna go straight to Sweden. I got my year planned out. I'm glad we did this Zoom call.
Yeah, world tour.
I didn't know what I
I
was
have
gonna
another
do
question
next
for you
summer.
though, real quick, if you don't mind. How did
Hit
you get? What was the deal with that Sammy Hagar Space Between film that you're in? I think that was a ZZ Satriani thing.
Well, ZZ is a good friend of mine. He's a DP and he's also a director, and that he happens to be Joe Satriani's son.
That's
And
the connection. Rock and roll story.
Yeah, well, he also was the guy, the DP on The Compound. If you've seen The Compound,
Right, of course.
he shot that, and just a friend of mine, and he knows, since his dad is Joe Satriani, he like knows what's his name? You just said
Hagar.
Hagar. He knows
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar. So Hagar needed a video, and so he asked ZZ to do it. And then ZZ needed he had the storyline written out, and so he put me in it for a minute.
Yeah, that's cool. I think we know someone else. Mutual is Ethan.
Oh, Ethan Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
excellent.
skater.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyways,
Do you live in LA?
no, I live in Seattle,
Oh, okay.
but Ethan's from Washington.
Oh, you know what? It is a small world, and we're learning this over and over today.
Yeah. You come up to Seattle, we got you anytime. Come hang out.
Okay, next summer, skate camp, Seattle. Then I'm gonna fly to Sweden.
Yeah, they all start with S.
Yes. Okay. Where else should I go after that? Slovenia.
Slovenia for sure, Slovakia,
Okay.
Surrey, British Columbia,
Serbia. All right.
Serbia.
There's a lot of S's out there.
Yeah.
South Carolina. Maybe I'll hit that up on the way. Saratoga Springs. There we go.
Yeah. They're coming in hot now. Okay. Thank you so much. I don't want to
Cincinnati.
take too much time.
Yeah. All right, Alex. Good talking to you.
Oh, I got one more question. Actually, I forgot.
Yep.
How can I send you a drop that I think you might like?
Well, if you're on social media, just send me a DM but put it on a link where I can get it, like a Dropbox or something. Some people send me like a YouTube clip, and I'm like, do I want to go through the?
You got to rip the audio and turn it.
I gotta
into
rip.
MP3?
Just do the ripping and send it. But
Okay.
if it's good, I will just rip it myself too. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really short. Thank you.
All right. Peace. Matt, we're talking to Matt next. We only have a few more left here.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. Hi, Doug. First time, long time. Big fan. I have a few questions. First one, I was on the same flight as you back from Barcelona last summer, and I just want to ask how your flight was personally.
Well, that airline is is a nightmare.
Level?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not great.
It was okay on the way back because on the way there, I could not believe how bad it was. The entertainment system didn't work. Fine, whatever. But also, like, it was hot. It was a nonstop flight from LA to Barcelona. That's like, was it like a 13-hour flight or something?
Yeah.
And also, they wouldn't give you any like water. Like the flight attendants like barely ever came by. We were like dehydrated and like dying the whole way there. The flight back, I remembered how bad the one was there, so I loaded up on tons of water, so I was ready to be hydrated. Anyway, did I see you at?
Probably not. No,
Okay, I ran into someone in Barcelona, in front of this cafe that I was eating at that I really liked. But that wasn't you, I guess.
No, probably not.
Did you go there for Primavera Sound?
I did, yeah. And I saw Pavement there. They were incredible. But I also saw coming back through customs at LAX, there was a guy I would have said like, hey, what's up? I like you. I like office hours, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I overheard some guy saying like, oh yeah, he's on like that Tim show and blah, blah, blah. And just like really loudly talking about like probably within earshot of you. I don't know. But I wanted to ask, how do you respond to like people that come up to you and say like, hey, fan, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
You know, somebody asked me this yesterday, and it is a little bit, I like to be more, basically it's cool when people say something nice, you know, it's great because that means what I'm doing is, you know, I'm trying to entertain people and make people laugh, make them smile. And when they tell me that means that's like letting me know that I'm doing my job, and whatever I'm dedicating my life to is working. So it is good to, you know, it's good to hear that kind of thing, that when people say something nice, it's cool. Now, when I get trapped with someone who, I mean, this is rare, but you know, I don't know what to say, and I feel kind of embarrassed about myself sometimes when they're like gushing about stuff, and I'm like, well, thank you, that's nice to hear, and then they keep going. You know, if sometimes that can be a little bit like, I feel a little bit, I don't know what the word is. I feel like I'm embarrassed about I feel like I don't like to, you know, bask in adulation. That's not what I like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I feel a little self-conscious. Yeah, Jamie said it best right then. But sometimes, like, one time I was like, you know, you're in those long TSA lines.
Oh yeah.
I was doing an international flight, so I had this like long TSA line. Somebody's said to me like loudly something nice about big fan of this or that. They're like, DJ Douggpound, big fan. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. And then I'm sort of just stuck. And the people around me I don't want to draw an attention to, that's what it is. I don't want to draw attention to myself. So the people around me are probably thinking, who is this guy? And you know what I mean? And now I just kind of want to blend in sometimes, especially in a long TSA line. I just want to blend in.
Sure. Yeah, context makes sense. That's not a good place to
Yeah.
point
But
someone
anyway,
out,
no,
but
it's cool. It's cool to hear.
cool. Well, at the risk of further gushing at you, I found out about like Tim and Eric, I think in season 4 of Awesome Show. I was in high school, did video production into college, and I was like obsessed with the editing. And then I found out it was you and looked more into all the stuff you were doing and still do. And I'm curious, was the editing on Awesome Show, did you do that all like with old analog stuff, or was that all like Premiere or Final Cut or whatever, just made to look like it was all old VHS?
Well, first of all, I was not the only editor.
True.
But thank you. The stuff that looks like VHS, definitely, I mean, it was definitely all done in Final Cut Pro. We did, I think the Steve Brule segments were all run through a VHS deck. We actually ran it through a VHS deck. And I did pioneer the technique of pounding on the VHS deck to give it natural analog glitches, which was funny because like once we started doing the Steve Brule show, you just like walk past one of the edit rooms and you just like they're just laying it off to VHS, and you hear this like pounding on the deck. But yeah, it was all shot on all the same cameras. I don't know what cameras it was, but Final Cut Pro was what we used for sure. And After Effects here and there.
Sure. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you any longer. I appreciate your time and everything you do, and thanks for hosting. You did a great job hosting, by the way, with Dave. That was a very fun show. It's funny to hear that it was nerve-wracking.
Thank you. Like sometimes you get in your own head and you're like, I don't know if that went good or not, but it's thank you for, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. So did a lot of the chat. But yeah, I'll get out of here.
All right. See you later. Looks like we have one more hand raised, Madison. And then I got to go play tennis with Mikey. Madison, are you unmuted? Let's see here.
Here it goes. Okay, took a second. Hi, greetings from Indiana. Was also at the show on Sunday. It was really good. And next week, I'm going to see Wise Blood up in Indianapolis as well. And as you know, she's been on the show before, Natalie has, and she takes a lot of inspiration from sounds in nature in some of her backgrounds. It's kind of experimental. And I live here in the woods, and I know you spend a lot of time outdoors as well. And I'm curious what sort of inspiration, if ever, you take from nature, maybe outside of crickets drops.
Well, I take a lot of inspiration from nature. I mean, it's been a while, but I used to do these little videos, Doug's Bugs. Have you seen any of those? Oh, you might have got muted, Madison, but that's it. Unmute you again. Yeah,
I remember Doug's Bugs.
Yeah. And I made, speaking of TV shows, I had Doug's Bugs, Fred Armisen's production company, and I worked together because we sold it to a network, and we were getting ready to shoot the pilot, and we were going to shoot it in April of 2020. And you know what happened in 2020? So that Doug's Bugs was almost a TV show, and it got ruined by a bug called COVID-19. So that was sad. That was annoying as hell. But yeah, so nature, absolutely.
More nature drops. I don't know what's funny in nature. It's the thing. I've like sit out on my back deck and I hear shit and I'll laugh. Foxes mating, that's a weird one. But I feel like there's a lot of fodder there if you're in the right mindset.
Yeah. Horses are the funniest. I use I use nature sounds a lot. I use the goat. Goats sound
Yeah.
hilarious. I throw those frogs in there. Of course, the crickets. Horses are, they sound hilarious. I need some new funny, we throw the dogs in there here and there. I have, what's the funniest? Probably funnier than what might be funnier than horses is parrots. I have some parrots drops, but you kind of don't even know that it's a parrot because it sounds like a person. It's almost like weird. You have to kind of like watch the video of a parrot. But parrots are so crazy sounding when they say human English words. Parrots are cheating, Alex says, and Gary says parrots just don't understand. Yeah, parrots, I don't know. Anything drop wise, yeah, I need some new ones,
Just an idea.
Wait, what did you suggest? Fox's mating. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
send me a
Fox,
recording.
and
Next time,
I will
grab a
do.
recording of that.
Or just like, yeah, there's the screaming is weird, but I'll grab some and send them to you for sure.
Yeah, coyotes are pretty good.
Yeah.
Cows sound funny. All right. Well, yeah. Any
Thanks.
loons are great. Loons are more just peaceful. All right. Well, I guess that's it. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I hope y'all had a fun time. Well, let's go through some questions on the chat here. Am I going to Burning Man? I was very close to going, but I thought it was this week, and this is the off week, so I thought this is perfect. The week off, I can go, but it's actually next week, and we do have an office hours. And to be honest, I didn't want to miss the comeback episode, and I didn't want to go to Burning Man for like 3 days and then drive all the way there and drive all the way back. Also, when I went to Burning Man, I didn't love it that much. And when I came back, I was like destroyed for it was cool. It was worth going to, but like, I felt like my body was like destroyed by the sun and the sand and the wind for like a couple weeks. So I kind of want to go. Maybe I'll go for a couple days if I can get a free ticket. Anything else? How many men? Wait, what is this? How many men did you watch get burned alive? They did, when the year I went, they did 16. Anything you think hasn't aged well from Tim and Eric? I don't know. Not in my opinion. I mean, some people say they're child clowns, but I stand by child clowns. I think it's the funniest thing we've ever done. What else? Being a little hyperbolic. I don't know what the funniest thing is, but I like that one. All right, well, let's wrap it up here. All right. Thank you guys for all tuning in. I'm going to see you next week. Tune in to get some tickets, get your streaming tickets or your live tickets for Pound House premiere September 4th, Labor Day night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Dynasty Typewriter. I think if you just look up dynastytypewriter.com, you'll find the information there. Hit the calendar. Hope to see you there. Tim is in the first episode, and it is really good. And I'm just being honest. I think the first episode turned out awesome. Tim's in it, so enjoy. And on behalf of Office Hours and Lieutenant Carlson, Carlson.
I'll take it either way. It'd be Carlson.
Thank you, Lieutenant. And
Of
have a great
course.
week, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow is the best of episode, I think.
Mhm.
So, and Carson, did you cut that together?
I did, yeah. Matt helped me kind of compile it. We compiled it together and then I edited it. But yeah, coming out tomorrow at 10 a.m. So keep an eye out for that premiere. And then back next week with just the guys. I don't think there's any guests. I think it's just the Holy Trinity, I want to say, from what
All
I
right.
know.
All right. I want to thank everyone for being a patron, and Sefe Fef, and good night.